Hey again, everybody. Long time no see. It's been a whole day. I have a cold. I might have mentioned it last night that my voice was dying. It's more dead
I
now.
forced her to go live.
Yeah, you kind of did a little bit, but that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind. Basically, I think we were just going to talk about it, but we decided, well, why not? I don't know. Talk about it in front of you guys, and we can all have a little discussion about what the hell is going on at CNN. Because,
There's a lot of weird shit going on.
It's a little bit weird, right?
That's putting it mildly.
So, just to give the kind of TLDR, hey Joey Jojo, nice to see you, and hey guys, thank you all for showing up at last minute impromptu stuff. Anywho, and this is not like a regular stream or whatever, just for funsies. To catch up on some of the things that have happened at CNN, who was fired first? Well, Tubin, but he came back. For a while.
Hey.
Yeah, no, they've had him back on.
He was on leave to
leave, right?
Do a coma and get out of the system.
Yeah. So, okay, so Jeffrey Toobin was probably the first. I can bring that up.
It suffered like actual repercussions for his disgusting actions on a Zoom call.
Yeah, he was tubing it. If you're not aware, Jeffrey Toobin was a contributor to CNN, and they caught him.
He's still there, I think.
They suspended him for a while, but they brought him back on.
Yeah.
Because he was masturbating during a Zoom call. And I think they only tubing it, and I think they only suspended him for like 6 months, and it was bizarre to see him come back because I thought they would have peacefully sunset him a little bit, just gotten rid of him behind the scenes once people stopped paying attention. But no, they had him back on. And then there's Chris Cuomo, who recently got yeeted, and he got yeeted because he was basically running defense for his brother Andrew Cuomo.
Yeah.
Outright lying, pretty much about, look, okay, Andrew Cuomo killed old people, seemingly intentionally. I don't know how else you can describe what happened there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed.
Trump sent them a big ship to use as a quarantine facility and turn into a mobile hospital, essentially, that could sit in, in the Hudson, or wherever it was stationed, I don't remember, and act as a floating hospital that would quarantine people when the coup started. And it turned out that first of all, they didn't want to use the ship, and Andrew Cuomo instead put COVID patients into old folks' homes and killed old people.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, I think that was one of the many things that Fredo was covering up, which don't call Chris that. He gets very upset, and he believes that's racism. And then the other day, Jeff Zucker has been forced out of CNN.
Allegedly.
And, also I forgot, Don Lemon maybe is a sex pest. Someone accused him of, what was the Don Lemon?
Black and gay, of course he is.
Sex scandal.
Just grab the guy's crotch.
Just grab the guy's crotch. Yeah, Hamptons.
To be fair, in the gay community, that is pretty mild, actually. Yeah. It's probably like a greeting to them.
Don Lemon accuser. Here, let me bring this up real quick. Oh, yeah, okay, that's... Oh, really, Fox? Really? Okay. You're gonna...
Oh, is it Fox?
There's a Fox article about it, but hang on, I was trying to play annoying music. Shut up. Now I'm getting rid of this Fox article. It's because I have an ad blocker on. Hang on.
Why do you have ad block, you amateur?
I do have ad block, but Fox is mad that I have an ad block. That's just politics.
Well, is it on Chrome that you're looking at it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay, let's reload. Try it again. Okay.
Why do you?
I just don't. I don't like websites
transfers
that
bad browser.
because I can do things on my laptop and then it transfers over to my desktop and I don't.
So
have
you
to
can
worry
do
about
it in the browser that I gave you as well.
I know, but I'm lame and I just stop it. I'm just I don't know. I'm set in my ways, I guess. I'll fix it.
But it's the same freaking browser.
I know. I just have to. I have to
God,
get on it.
How are you
No,
so hardworking and lazy at the same time?
I don't know. I don't know. But I'm both. I really am. I'm
Unbelievable.
so lazy. But I sit around. I work. You know.
You're so lazy you don't even eat. That's just weird.
No, that's. I don't know what that is. Don Lemon accuser says CNN is predator protecting machine. Happy to see some accountability with Cuomo. Dustin Heiss told Fox News Digital they're a network rife with predators and perverts. Well, yeah, the man who accused CNN host Don Lemon of sexually charged assault said the liberal network is a predator protecting machine, but he's happy to see accountability with the dismissal of Chris Cuomo. This article might have some other background on the other weirdo stuff. Maybe
some
not.
juicy things in it.
It might. No, I think it's mostly just talking about this particular case. Well, we went over most of the other ones, which was
I kind of want to read the Breitbart one because that one is just.
Oh, we'll get to that. But this is funny. It's under the Fox News article. In a memo to staffers, CNN President Jeff Zucker wrote, "Shut up! Oh my God! Sorry, I also have this fucking text reader installed." In a memo to staffers, CNN President Jeff Zucker wrote, "Quote: Not anymore, by the way. Today, I let Chris know that we are ending his employment at CNN, adding, it goes without saying that these decisions are not easy, and there are a lot of complex factors involved. But as always, it was important for me to be upfront with each of you." Well, now Jeff Zucker, who was firing Chris Cuomo a couple months ago, is himself Dunzo at the most trusted name in news. What did you call CNN? Some kind of nonce network? I don't remember.
Yeah, I did. Clown and nonce
network. Clown and nonce network. Really, the amount of puns you can do for the acronym are limitless.
Network is the main one.
Yeah, everybody in the chat, come up with your favorite. What does CNN stand for? Nothing, honestly. In terms of principle, for sure. Do I have ADHD?
Criminal News Network.
The criminal. Oh, I should have called the stream that. I called it Canceled Newscaster Network, but Criminal News Network. Ooh.
You can still change the name.
Yeah, I could, but I might. It's that lazy.
Criminal News Network. Yeah.
No, I don't have ADHD. I have crippling depression. Just kidding. I have just fucking autism.
Ah, yes. Greetings, chaps.
That's a good
Yeah, that is how I should start the stream.
So.
Yes.
So, why was Jeff Zucker fired?
Yeah, that is a mystery, because...
It's a little weird, and that's actually why we're here, is not to talk about the creepy, weird history of a bunch of people at CNN, although that is interesting, to say the least.
I did like in my video was, what is it about the news that makes these people so fucking horny?
I mean, I don't know, like, you guys don't get turned on by watching, Chyrons? Scroll by.
I Cringy. That's pretty good, too.
Cringe needs a cringy nonce nursery. Spindle grind, that's good.
I like that, that's pretty good.
I don't like the words nonce and nursery being that close together, though. That has a bad implication.
Well, one of the producers was fired for that.
Was one of them a nonce? For real?
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
CNN, yeah, producer.
I forgot about that as well, up until I did the script for today. I just wrote down, I'm like, how many people do I know at CNN did some shady shit? And then when I was doing the video, I went, oh yeah, there's the guy who did the
oh god, yeah.
One of the producers. I can't remember if it was, or was it? No. Someone in the chat tell me who was it? That had the producer that was.
It was CNN producer who worked on Chris Cuomo's show denies child sex charges.
It was Cuomo's, yeah.
Yeah.
God damn.
I know. How do you have this many sex pests on one show? Oh, there's a cute picture of a panda on there. But someone asked if I have ADHD, and I was just saying no, I don't. It was this ad popped up on mail.
Jesus Christ.
Like, I'm a little sick. I've had a little bit of cough syrup, so
Yes, I Need a Black Man. I remember that.
Oh my god.
That was so
And
fucking
by
good.
cough syrup, I do actually
Did
mean
you
cough
see
syrup.
that?
No, what happened?
There was some people were tweeting at CNN with names like "I Need a Black Man," and there was another one that was like tweet streaming across the ones.
Were they reading them seriously?
No, they were just on the screen, and someone just took their phone out and recorded and went like, "What the fuck's
Yeah,
CNN? How do you not see this?"
yeah, like what? Icy Wiener or
COVID
whatever.
nonce-nucleus. COVID nonce network is pretty good.
Yeah.
That does describe them.
Bend over. Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that actually was one of them.
I'm sure it was. That's a classic. That's a classic.
Ah, goddamn.
Oh yeah, what was it? Humongous.
Mike Hawk,
Humongous. Mike Hawk. Yeah, there you go.
Oh God, why?
So yeah, CNN producer on Chris Cuomo. Was this before or after Chris Cuomo got outed?
This was. Let me read this. Plead not guilty during a year. Of course, he would not. He plead not guilty. He faces maximum sentence of life in.
Let's hope he got it.
Yeah.
What did he... Griffin revealed that he was hospitalized for drug and alcohol treatment last year. It's not clear how that will play into his defense. How can that play into your defense for being a nonce? I was drunk? I don't think that counts. What did he do exactly? According to the indictment, he told them, among other things, a woman is a woman regardless of her age, and that women are the dirtiest sluts possible, and that they should be sexually subservient and inferior to men. Well, I mean, I can't argue that.
Be very careful where you go with this one.
Just fucking around.
I mean, I agree, but not at.
No,
stage.
hell no. Here's what he did.
Islamist.
He allegedly offered virtual training where he planned to instruct the 14-year-old and her mother to remove their clothing and touch each other on webcam. He also told them about how in-person sessions would include spanking and cock worship. Griffin was quoted as referring to a young girl as just another piece of shit whore in an online conversation with her mother nearly a year ago. What the
This is like
fuck?
some Epstein shit.
It really is.
Bet you he was friends with Epstein as well.
Probably. Oh, he's been in that
Would
island.
not surprise me.
It's like pretty much a guarantee.
By the sounds of it, he was probably there so often he pays rent.
In February 2020, Griffin allegedly offered a woman $30,000 for a mother-daughter weekend or week with me. Ugh. It's so greasy and gross, dude.
These are the kind of people that get off on just subjugation and power.
Oh, for sure. He stressed
I've never gotten off on that. I don't know how
the power dynamic shit.
dominating it. Yeah, it's just not in me to find power. Then it's why I don't want to be the monarch.
Yeah, I was listening to
You
Ali
don't
Z.
get off the power.
I've been listening to Ali Z's Alizi. I don't know how you pronounce her name. If you guys know who she is, she's a YouTuber. She does all kinds of stuff, but among other things, book reviews. I was watching her review of 50 Shades, and I've never read those books, obviously, because I'm not a middle-aged woman. I'm getting close, but I'm not there yet. I've never understood the appeal of 50 Shades, but I've also never read it, and I don't know anything about it other than it's a BDSM, and apparently it portrays BDSM in a really weird way, which now I do know about, and it is really, really creepy. That shit probably did fuck
Not
up
very well
some.
written.
That shit probably really did screw up some young girls' heads. Just saying. That's
I
not.
don't see how it would screw up a young girl's head. Because I've read some of it, and I can guarantee you, no, it's not well written at all. The character is extremely robotic and static.
Yeah, but I can see. I mean, it's obviously
Also, the sex scenes are like extremely tame.
Are they?
Oh my god! Like I can guarantee you, like a 16-year-old who says something naughty to his girlfriend is gonna write dirtier shit than that easily.
I don't. It just seems really gross and aggressive, and I can't stand the male main character. Sorry, this is off track. I just wow. Those
It's
books
very
seem
dull.
terrible. Like I've listened to like all 4 hours of a review of the first book because I don't want to read it. Just like I'd much rather listen to Ali Z. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sorry. She has really good content though. Anyway.
Yeah, sounds like he has a bright future in politics.
Oh yeah, for sure. Less than two. Oh, right. He stressed that while he did not want to have intercourse with the daughter, of course he expected there to be sexuality involved. Sexuality in all caps. Less than 2 weeks later, Griffin offered another woman $5,000 in exchange for having sex with him in the presence of her children? What the fuck?
How did you land on a news network with this kind of past?
He was doing this in 2020.
Secret. What the fuck?
Was he... Here's the question. This is the power question, right? Power crops, absolutely. The shit that we get asked all the time. But, was he a sex pest nonce before he became a producer at CNN? Or did having all that power corrupt him and make him into a sex pest nonce?
Probably he had always had it in him, but this producer made him go apeshit.
I don't think people just become pedophiles out of nowhere. I think there's some weird, usually abusive past shit there.
Yeah, probably by the sounds of it.
Not always, but a lot of times. Less than 2 weeks later, yeah, we got that one. In July of 2020, he flew Carricker, a 9-year-old girl from Nevada, to Boston, where they were picked up by Griffin in his red Tesla and driven to his $1.8 million ski home in Ludlow, Vermont. The indictment alleged that Griffin paid the Carricker, I don't know. What's a Carricker? Is this I've never heard this word before. $3,300 to cover her travel expenses. At the house, the child was directed to engage in and did engage in unlawful sexual activity, federal prosecutors said. This is making me depressed, Spoon. I think I might want to be done with this article.
Well, I didn't tell you to read that one.
I know. We were actually supposed to read the one about Jeff
You're
Zucker.
reading that of your own will. Don't fucking put that on me.
It made me upset.
I wanted to read the Brian Stelter one, because that one...
Let's do the Stelter one, because that's more interesting, and I don't get it. Well, that's what we were really here to talk about, not about just all the horrifying nonsense.
Bullshit at CNN.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Whoopi Goldberg is threatening to quit The View.
Is she really?
Oh my god, yes. I kind of want to read this on the side. Fuck.
Okay.
Let's see. Whoopi Goldberg is livid after she was suspended from The View and is going to quit the show, according to a source per the New York Post. ABC News placed Goldberg on a 2-week suspension Tuesday after her bizarre claim Nazi atrocities were not motivated by race, referring to the Holocaust. Goldberg said, "This is white people doing it to white people. Y'all go fight amongst yourselves." The Holocaust isn't about race, she added, despite the fact that Hitler frequently referred to the Jewish race and saw Aryans as the master race. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he also saw Slavs as terrible people as well, so keep that in mind.
Hitler had... Talk about somebody with issues, right?
Yeah. So according to this genius, the Holocaust was white-on-white violence or something. In a tweet, but then seemed to revoke her apology during an appearance with far-left Stephen Colbert on The Late Show. Mm-hmm. Let's see, what does she say? Well, now she's been... and the scuttle that she's humiliated enough to resign. Mm-hmm. Which isn't going to make it worse.
Yeah.
The source added... taking the suspension hard and says she wants to leave the show. Insider believes she'll likely just sound off. Yeah, because it's like a temper tantrum.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, all she has to do is just accuse them of racism, and they'll probably all just... Yeah. I mean, like, just double down, because they can't... I mean, I don't know. Are Jews higher than black people on the progressive stack? I don't actually know.
No, it's because they have more money, and therefore you can't attack them.
I don't know, man. I don't... Like, I would think that blacks are higher than Jews.
Their recent oppression is much higher than the slavery. Like, no one gives a shit about slavery, whereas the Jews... crazy.
I don't know.
But
I would be. I actually hope she. I hope she does that. I hope she says it's racist. I hope that she says that The View is being racist against her, and they're kicking her out because she's a strong black woman. I would love just to see the fucking meltdown.
Purity spiral.
Oh, I want to see the purity spiral. I want to see him try to argue it. call it racism. Let's do it. Fucking do it.
The source, let's see what it says here. Her ego has been hurt. Oh shit. And she's telling people she's going to quit, the source said. Suspension from The View is like getting suspended from Bravo. The bar is very low. Oh, ouch. Her hideous co-hosts are reportedly upset as well. You gotta love how Breitbart is like, no, we're just gonna like talk like we're fucking teenagers. Fuck you.
Oh shit, dude. William Cooper in the chat says the best meme of this was the Holocaust claimed another Goldberg. Bruh.
Oh. Oh, that's spicy.
Well, what again? What's her name? Karen Evelyn Osborne. That's her real name.
Her name is
the whitest name. I mean,
white as shit.
I mean, Karen is spelled weird, but that's even that makes it even more white that it's spelled the C and a Y. That's such a white, like upper middle class white people thing to do. It's both. Here's the thing. It's both. Ghetto people do that stuff where they spell names weird, and rich white women do that stuff to their kids.
Another Goldberg. God damn, that's
oh no. Oh, bruh. Spicy.
Oh, that's pretty good. Let's see. I love Whoopi. I love The View. And then Navarro told the Daily Beast. Oh, I forgot. Only Daily Beast report that shite. On Tuesday evening, this was an incredibly unfortunate incident. Well, bitch, you fucking opened your mouth and said it yourself. You're digging your own grave here now.
Yeah.
Whoopi is a lifelong ally to the Jewish community. Not anymore, she fucking isn't.
Well, I don't know.
Period.
I mean, again, something weird happened considering the ADL had to change their definition of racism.
Say, bitch, you'll be back in 2 fucking weeks. Let's find some other token black woman on the show.
Well, I mean, don't they have enough? I mean, like, they can go without her for 2 weeks. I think that, like, the middle-aged women who watch The View, I don't know if they'll fucking care.
Oh, here we go. As much as I despise Whoopi Goldberg, I find her impenetrably dumb. The suspension is an overreaction. During that View segment, Whoopi did condemn the Holocaust, so she's not wrist-flicking it. Her thing is that she sees Jews as white people, which is beyond stupid, but do we really want to live in a country where you are not only punished for holding that kind of opinion, but told your employer to, as the suspension statement put it, reflect and learn about the impact of her comments?
What outlet is this?
Breitbart.
Well, I will say this, is that Jews are Schrodinger's white person. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. They are a minority when they want to be, and they can claim to be white when they want to be. I mean, because Jews do pass as white, usually, you know? And I mean, unless you're from the Levant region, you know, and really, some people probably disagree with me on that, but that's kind of the thing, is that Jewish people do kind of exist in a weird limbo.
Typically, yes, they do pass for white. They only give
unless you're wearing a yarmulke,
they have,
you know.
Well, that, and they tend to have, you know, nostrils that can fucking...
Oh, yeah, you're being racist. Oh, excuse me, anti-Semitic. How dare you?
Well, that is the stereotype of a Jew.
I mean, it's a stereotype.
You know, massive nostrils enough to fucking funnel cocaine.
I disavow.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying this is the stereotype.
I mean, stereotypes, they exist for a reason, but, you know.
I mean, what is white stereotypes? We have bland food and we conquer people. Mm-hmm.
By the way, that is... I don't understand the bland food meme at all.
I think it's because when people think white, they think English. Because...
Alright.
To be fair, here's the reason why. No, it's because, for the most part, white people, Americans, speak English, so they think British.
Okay, and the British Empire, and the Dutch went and conquered the world in search of what? Again?
Oh, okay. Now you drag my people into this.
But wait, conquered the entire world in search of what exactly?
What, the Asian?
Spices.
Okay, now let's get something straight here. Right. Vasco da Gama discovered that. As far as I know, he's Portuguese. Okay, the Portuguese, they were sailing that way.
White people conquered various different ethnicities and countries, conquered the world to get spice.
Finish, woman.
Sorry.
They went there, stopped there, and then they kept going. That was a port. Mm-hmm. It's only because while there was a port that people say, hey, look, the land is fertile, you can maybe make a colony here. And then that happened, then the Dutch East India Company, and then the British people, and then war broke out, etc., etc. But the first person who went there was a Portuguese guy. I think Vasco da Gama was Portuguese, I want to say. And yeah, that was just like a stopping off port to go further north to get to the Asias for the spice trade. That's a hell of a long way to go just for spices.
It sure is.
Yeah.
I was watching a documentary recently about like where spices come from and how difficult it is to get some of them. Like we really take for granted like how difficult it is to cultivate things that we take as I believe it's as basic as vanilla, right? And how difficult it is to cultivate that stuff, let alone freaking saffron.
It's only basic because it's associated with white people, but vanilla is the shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's considered basic now, but I mean, at one point in time, a nutmeg was worth more than gold. You know?
What, the spices?
Yeah.
Yeah, what, sugar, probably.
Sugar, for sure. Yeah, like, that's another thing that people forget, that sugar is a relatively recently commonly available thing. Throughout history, sugar was extremely hard to come by. Very expensive. That's why
we're so fat and stupid, because we consume too much of that stuff.
Well, because the human body likes it, you know? But it's not something that, we had access to in the past.
Have you guys ever heard of native food? Yes, I have heard of cannibalism.
The Portuguese colonized the Americas and stomped Ralph. Excuse me, cough. But yeah. Ugh, jeez. Yeah, native to where is the question?
Native to where? Yeah, it's probably a good question.
I mean, but like, white food is bland.
Yeah, because
we define white food as
means nothing. Native to which land?
I mean, I guess if you're talking about like, this is we've gone off on the side, a total tangent, but that's fine. I don't get the British food bad meme. I mean, it's not significantly like grosser than American food. Like, when people think of British food, they're talking about chippy stuff, right? You know, generally speaking.
Probably for the most part, yeah.
Which is what? It's all the stuff Americans like too. It's French fries, you just call them chips, and battered fish and chicken. And it's the same stuff.
I didn't even know what the Native American diet was before the white man came. I'm presuming
fish, corn, that kind of stuff. I would imagine.
Corn became bourbon. Shit,
corn.
We can't grow barley here. It doesn't work really well. What would you grow instead? Oh, corn. Okay. Well, fucking, what happens if we distill this? Oh god, bourbon. Yeah.
What about the 7 cities of gold? Phoenix, Tucson, Las Vegas. This is gold.
Now it's a city of glitter and strippers.
Corn.
At least they exist.
What's this? Corn. Now we can make whiskey. We've been waiting for this for hundreds of years. Now we can make tortillas. Sorry, that's a reference to Firesign Theater. You can just... Yeah.
The English have mastered the pie. Literally thousands of kinds of pie. I don't know. Is that an English thing?
Oh, dude, we don't have
Who did
pies.
The pie?
We don't have savory pie.
Who invented the pie?
Well, I guess we have pot pies, but that's about it. Like, in America, we don't have... I mean, in terms of what you call pies, meaning, like, meat and sauce covered in potatoes. That... I mean, shepherd...
Apparently the ancient Greeks invented the pie.
Probably. Tacos are a sandwich. Yeah, I agree.
Pastry. Tacos are not a sandwich. Fuck you. Who said that? You said tacos are not sandwiches. Get out of my fucking stream.
It's not yours. I have the keys.
I am the man. I will overrule you.
Yeah, but I'm driving the car. Woman driver, watch out. Beep beep. Bruh.
Oh god.
We've gone off in a weird place.
No. I need to say this. Okay.
Wait, I need to do
Tacos
this
are not sandwiches, people.
Hang on. Now that we're on this, I have to find this poll.
God.
No, I have to find this poll. This is the stupidest fucking shit. Okay, I'm putting this up. Now, we're on a tangent. This is an impromptu stream anyway, so I expect it to be stupid.
Yeah.
I want you to look at this. Wait a minute. What? Oh, god dang it. This is why I try not to open things in the regular thingy. Hang on. There was a YouGov poll, right? That asked allegedly British people. I mean, I don't believe this shit, that's why I'm confused by it. What are the best classic British foods, right? I hate this. It's a meme on 4chan's cooking board, which I use all the time, so I've seen it a lot. Look at this heinous image. I don't believe that real British people answered this. I want to go through real quick. Sorry, guys. I have to go through real quick about why this is a bullshit image.
Stelter.
Okay. God tier. Percent who have tried each of the following and say they like them. God tier is all... I mean, it's all good stuff. Yorkshire pudding's amazing. Sunday roast shouldn't even count. It includes a Yorkshire pudding. Bruh.
What?
Yeah, look at... Do you see why this... do you see why this triggers me?
Savory.
It's all savory, but do you see, like, why this triggers the shit out of people, including myself? Okay, fish and chips. Everyone likes it. Crumpets. Why are crumpets God tier? I mean, they're good, but it's not a God tier food. Full English is God tier. Why is bacon sandwich God tier? This is why people mock British food, because of this shit like this.
Because bacon is beloved by people.
Bacon's beloved by people, sure, but a bacon sandwich? God tier? And it's only... hang on, you'll understand. You'll understand in a second why I'm so pissed off. Because look what's in top tier below it. Oops. Shepherd's pie.
Cottage pie and shepherd's pie.
Which are better than a bacon sandwich. All three of those are better than a bacon sandwich. Shepherd's pie and cottage pie are both amazing. They're way better than a bacon sandwich and better than crumpets. I don't understand. This is why this again is a very triggering image.
Okay, but you have to understand, this is not exactly ranked in terms of taste. It may be ranked in terms of popularity.
Yeah, popularity, but...
Yes, so maybe that is the reason for why. And this is why you should not get your underwear in a twist, Aiden.
They're in a twist already. Alright, mid-tier. Toad in the hole.
You're not even fucking English either.
I've lived here for 3 years, dude. I count.
So?
I'm an expat. I count. Alright, Toad in the hole. Toad in the hole is a thoroughly mid to low tier thing. Cauliflower cheese, I don't even consider British. Whatever.
Cauliflower and cheese is better than bangers and mash.
I would, yeah. Arguable. Cornish pasty. It's pretty mid tier. Pie and mash.
How is chicken tikka masala mid tier? Fuck you. That's
it's easily tier. God. It's easily God or top, right? How is Plowman's lunch mid tier?
Plowman's lunch sounds like slang for a vagina.
It's just cold meat, veg, and bread. And cheese.
It sounds like slang for vagina.
Welsh rarebit is cheese on toast. It's delicious. It's a solid mid tier. Here's where it gets really insulting, though. Here's where it gets really insulting. Excuse me. Bubble and squeak should be crap tier. If people don't know what bubble and squeak is, it's leftovers cooked up with egg to turn it into like a solid shape. It's literally yesterday's leftovers.
That's unusual.
Beef Wellington.
Why is beef Wellington low tier?
I know. You see why I said this was triggering?
Beef Wellington should be like at least top. What the fuck?
It's a delicacy. It's like, I mean, Gordon Ramsay. I feel like Gordon Ramsay is going to be summoned every time this image is posted anywhere. His spirit is just summoned and he's angry in the background, fuming. How is Scotch egg low tier? Scotch egg is delicious, particularly with Coleman's mustard, man.
Someone called you a trans-limey trans Britball.
I'm a trans Britball. Oh, bro. Oh no, I've been called out. I've been here. Tried British bacon. Yeah, I've tried British bacon, obviously. It is different from American bacon. It's very different.
I would say, okay, no offense to Americans, you don't know what bacon is. Like, you don't know good bacon. I'm sorry. I've had bacon in America. Bacon in Europe is significantly better. And in my country, obviously. But then again, meat in my country is always better. What else is new?
Yeah, all right.
Even better than the Americans. I will take a Texan to fucking school if they think that their country does their fucking state meat better than mine. Fuck off.
You are so... Wait, you're saying biltong is better than Texas barbecue?
Yeah.
Oh, well, someone's gonna get triggered. Somebody's gonna get triggered by that one.
Give me a damn Texan, give me your best shot, and I'll put you some of my stuff. No, fuck you, it's not wrong. It is, it's true.
It sounds pretty wrong to me, lads.
I'll fight any damn Texan that tells me that they can do meat better than my country. No fucking way. I
mean, I've never obviously had real biltong, but I don't know, dude.
Oh my god, I would literally give my left nut for oh my fucking god.
I've had they started selling jerky, biltong jerky.
You know that You know that gif of Homer when he looks at like bacon
Yeah,
and
yeah,
pasta? That's me whenever I see like ostrich biltong. I'm like, oh my god, I must devour.
Carolina barbecue is better. Carolina barbecue is
No, it isn't. Shut your face.
my personal favorite because Carolina barbecue is a vinegar base, and I like vinegar. So
Unless any one of you have been to South Africa and you've either had biltong that was made there or that... Shut your face.
no, they're not trying to get killed in necklace, dude. That's why they spin to your country.
That's not going to happen to them. They're also not communists. If you are communist and you do get necklace, then I don't give a fuck. You're communist. But as far as my country's meat goes, oh hell yeah, no. My country is South Africa. That's why we do biltong. And South African biltong is the reason why.
Huh. Well.
Good stuff, man.
Continuing. Lancashire hot pot is pretty low tier. It's fine. It's just scalloped potatoes over kidney. It's fine. Pork pie, another solid low tier. Steak and kidney pie, also I agree, low tier. The ones I'm also mad about here in crap tier, steak and kidney pudding. I mean, I understand people don't like it, but black pudding, I don't understand. Black pudding is delicious. It just looks gross. It's so good.
Blood.
But it's so good. It's so good.
No, disgusting.
You're weird. Black pudding's delicious.
I don't eat hippo. What the hell?
Yes, Spoon eats hippo and alligator and
I don't
shit.
eat hippo, you fucking weirdos.
Giraffe. Keppers.
Giraffe. That's like a delicacy.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I know kangaroo is a delicacy in Australia.
Yes, I'm South African. Did people not know this? Well, they do now.
Because you don't sound South African.
Yes, I'm from South African. From South Africa. Sorry.
Yes, you're from South Africa.
Praat als niemand me gelooft. Voor al die mensen weten ze, Spoon is van Zuid-Afrika? Nee, ja, ik praat Afrikaans. There you go.
There. Kippers, yeah, I like kippers, alright. Liver and onions, I agree. I don't like liver at all. Haggis, however, completely misplaced. Haggis is delicious. Why are faggots? Susan, it's the name of a meatball. Why are faggots in crap tier? It's just meatballs.
Why do you want to put faggots on God's ear?
Like, lava bread sucks. Jelly deals I've never had, but I'm not interested.
Did you realize there's adverts on that? You do realize that, right?
What?
There's like an old 80s advert on YouTube about
I know
faggots.
Oh, let's watch it
and
real
it
quick.
just sounds so fucking
It's so funny. It's so good. If you guys have never seen it.
Just to hear it say in that just normal tone, as if it's just a casual word, is hilarious.
Yeah, here it is. I like how we're just talking about CNN, but now we're talking about faggots. Actually, it all comes full circle, doesn't it? Here we go, real quick, let's watch this.
Hello, faggot lovers everywhere. I have a message for you from Birdseye. Birdseye faggots will appeal to your whole family.
Oh, wait, is the audio playing?
Lashings of gravy, but they've gone easy on
No, it's not, hang on. Hang on. Was the audio playing?
spice because kids don't like them too spicy.
Kids don't like their faggots too spicy.
That's the one.
Suggest that people who don't like faggots could enjoy these. They live in hope.
You know, that could be right.
It's such a good hat. It's a real banger, you might call it. It's a bit quiet, sorry guys. I was playing very softly, sorry. Look it up though, not to replay it twice, just for brevity's sake, but yeah, check out, just type in like old UK commercial for faggots. Again, it means meatball, Susan, thank you.
Yeah.
We're done with that. Speaking of faggot, however, let's get to Brian Stelter.
You are really not helping your case, are you?
Oh no, not at all.
What if someone said there's no such thing as booze food? What the hell do you think biltong is? Look up, for God's sakes, look up this word.
What?
Look up that. For people who wonder, is there such a thing as Afrikaans food? Yes, there is.
It's South African barbecue.
No, it isn't. That's a
Sort
braai.
of. Oh right, braai
No.
is what? Right, braai is the barbecue. Biltong
Yes, you've been speaking to me for months. You should know this by now.
I know. I got confused. Sorry. Don't call me peasant. Rude.
Brian
They're getting
Stelter looks
confused.
like a very bad, like, aging Drew Carey.
He just looks like a
He
thumb.
totally does.
He just looks like a fucking thumb, man.
He's 36.
I know, that's the craziest part. Brian Stelter is like 5 years older than me. What the fuck? Dude. What the absolute fuck? Anywho. So, CNN insiders want Brian Stelter fired over Zucker goalless cover-up. The calls to fire CNN misinformation maven. This is because this is Breitbart, guys, alright? There's a little bit, just a tiny little bit of spin, a little. Misinformation maven Brian Stelter.
And that's just accuracy.
Alright. Are coming from inside the house. The network needs to step up and fire Brian Stelter, a CNN insider told Daily Mail. Could you read this? Because I'm getting congested.
Okay, hold on. I have it here. Where the hell is this? I have it here somewhere, I swear to God. Why do I not have this anyway?
What?
Oh,
You don't
you
have it
have
up? Oh, okay.
No, I have it here. The network needs to step up and fire Brian Stelter, a CNN insider told the Daily Mail. He is allegedly our top media reporter, yet he failed to report on the scoop that everyone in the office knew. And if he wants to say he didn't know, he is terrible. He is truly terrible at his job. A cable news veteran who wishes not to be named spoke of the close relationship between Stelter and Zucker. Brian Stelter should be calling his agent to start looking for another job, they said. He's been Jeff Zucker's water boy for years, and no one believes he didn't know about all of this. He's been sitting on his high moral horse, doing Jeff's bidding, and ripping Fox and every other media outlet that Jeff tells him to, while his ratings crash and burn. Where was he on the biggest story at his own network after chastising everyone else's? No, but the bit that makes absolutely no sense about this is, what the hell did the person who said this expect Brian to do? Like, what do you think he was just gonna go to his boss and the ratings are really bad? Do you mind if I tell the entire nation who you're bonking behind the scenes? That makes no sense.
I had myself muted. Fuck.
No, you didn't.
It's really yeah, I did. For you I didn't, but on the stream I did. The part that's really weird about this is that, and why we wanted to do the stream in the first place, the impromptu stream, is what the hell is this? You wanted, or you're expecting, according to this. First of all, Jeff Zucker getting fired for having consensual. Zucker's divorced, right? And so is the woman.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
But they are in a subordinate, superior relationship in terms of their positions at CNN. So that's a little bit sus. I agree. That's a little bit inappropriate. But other than it being a little bit inappropriate, and it is, was he taking advantage of her? And I guess that's the argument, right? From a feminist perspective, like any time that, and I can understand why.
No.
I'm saying if you're on the left, I can understand why they would say this. Like, oh, he's
No.
superior.
The reason I don't buy that is because these people have known each other for decades. They used to work together like 20 years ago at like ABC and NBC.
Yeah, that's
So
why I don't buy it
think
either.
Yeah,
They've
I don't
known each
think
other
it's
for 20
it's
years
a
or
power
something.
thing.
I don't.
Yeah, what's weird about it is one person, Katie Couric, who was she used to work with Zucker. He used to produce her show in like 2012 and 2014, and he wanted to bring Allison on with regards to that
Camerata?
program. Say that again?
Allison Camerata?
No. Katie
Oh,
Couric.
yeah. Allison. Oh, this woman that. Allison
No,
Gollust.
Katie Couric.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry,
Katie Couric is
Allison.
the woman.
I know Katie Couric.
No,
Sorry, I got Allison Gollust, the woman Jeff Zucker was boning, confused with Allison Camerata.
Yes. But the reason I say that they've known each other for ages is because Katie Couric, who used to do I think a daytime talk show, he used to be her producer for that show, and he wanted to get Allison on the show, I'm assuming to help with the producing. And during that time, she moved in with her husband right above Zucker, in the same apartment complex, and people thought it was really, really fucking weird. Why
Yeah,
that was the case. Yeah, so it appears that this is talking about how bad it is. I found it really weird that Jeffrey ran CNN into the ground
Yeah,
while
he sure
everyone
did.
around him
Well-
loves him.
Well, let's talk about that. What we think the real issue is, right?
Trump.
Well, there's no more Trump.
Yes. and
CNN's
that's
ratings
why
are
the
down
ratings are shit.
90%. CNN's ratings are down
Yes.
90% from where they were last year, right?
In the primetime slot, yeah.
In the primetime slot. Fox News is still doing all right. I mean, it's always
Strong, yeah.
obviously all news networks in America do better during election years. Whether
And outrage.
or when there's outrage, but they always do better during election years. That is a fact of the news cycle. So of course they do worse ratings after an election because people were less interested in politics. They need a cooling off period, if you want to call it that, you know.
By the way, what the hell is this weird slander in the chat about, this fucking sacrilegious talk about tacos are a type of hot dog? What the fuck is wrong with
A
this guy?
taco is kind of a type of hot dog.
What the hell is wrong with you? No, it isn't.
Prove me wrong.
This is not a hot dog.
How is it not a hot dog?
If you put a hot dog meat inside of a taco, is it suddenly a hot dog?
Yeah. Is it taco?
Okay, so
Well,
the
taco
filling,
is a hot dog, so.
Okay, so let me get this straight. The filling makes the filling supersedes the shell.
Well, I mean, okay, what's the difference between a taco and a hot dog? It's meat inside of a V-shaped
It's
bread delivery system.
V-shape, it's U-shaped.
Or U-shaped, whatever.
Yeah, the taco.
In
is
which case,
U.
is
hot dog
a
V.
Subway sandwich a hot dog? Because they do that cut through the bread. They don't cut the bread all the way through.
No.
And is a hot dog a sandwich, and therefore a taco a sandwich, and therefore all
Swear
a
to
hot
God,
dog.
I will beat you. If you put a sandwich, a taco, and a hot dog on the table, you can easily classify which is which.
Okay.
Based on characteristics.
Okay. Is a hot dog
I
taco.
swear to God.
Hot dogs are not sandwiches, they're tacos, says ShelbyvilleNews.com.
This isn't the fucking news? For God's sakes, that was a slow news day, it must have been.
It must, I don't know, it just seems like somebody's blog. From just August of last year. There's a legitimate argument to be made here. A sandwich is determined where the starch is in relation to the protein of a food. For this argument, you have to think of the food as a cube. The cube rule!
Oh God, I hate these people. Like, I hate these people with a passion.
What is cuberule.com? Oh, here we go. Oh, I don't like all these things. The Maryland courts. What? Are hot dog sandwiches.
Hot dogs are not sandwiches, they're tacos. No, you ridiculous bitch. I reject this narrative. This is absurd.
You sound
A pita
triggered, man.
The pita is closer to a taco than a hot dog is.
The New York Department of Taxation and Finance determined that hot dogs are sandwiches.
No.
Hot dogs and sausages on buns, rolls,
No.
etc. are considered
No.
sandwiches.
No.
That's the state of New York, dude.
No.
You're gonna fight against the state of New York.
Have you seen how gay the state of New York
That's
is now?
very,
Do you wanna
very
be on
true.
their side?
Very true. Very true.
I don't even know what vaccinated means right now. Fuck the state of New York.
Yeah,
I won't
true,
trust
to
them
be
with
honest.
fucking sandwiches either. If they can't get something as complex as fucking
Furious
vaccines
Dan.
right, they don't.
You and I are in the same thought wave pattern there. I also thought about the time cube as soon as I saw the cube rule. It's a 4-day simultaneous time cube, dude. That's a hot dog. Ellen McGrody. I don't care.
God no.
Pop Tarts
I
are
hate-
kind of ravioli. Pop Tarts took exception to this.
I agree. I agree with
Ravioli
no
are a
New York
kind of
government is not a
Pop-Tart.
reliable source. No, Pop Tart is basically a cake.
Well, Pop Tart's U.S. official Twitter account says that ravioli are a kind of Pop Tart.
Oh, fuck off. Who are these people and nuke them into the sun?
Sandwich alignment chart.
Vaporize them.
Oh, here we go. Here's a sandwich alignment chart. This is a very important political stream, by the way, guys. I said this was impromptu. That means it's bullshit. That's why this is not considered one of our main podcast episodes. It's just us bullshitting and talking about CNN and also apparently sandwiches. Okay, structure purist. Oh, it is an alignment chart. True neutral is hot dog is a sandwich.
Yeah, I've seen this one. But this is more like where you stand.
It's an ice cream taco a sandwich, I guess so. If a taco's a
No,
sandwich.
it's not. No.
Radical sandwich anarchy. Pop-Tart is a sandwich.
I like this. No, do you know? Okay, this is why this pisses me off. An ice cream taco, like it tells you there, why it's called a taco, you fucking assholes. And so there's no need to preface it at the end by saying this is a sandwich. No, it fucking isn't. It's a taco, you asshole.
By the way, I will say this about British foods, and we talked about it earlier. Chip Buddy,
Pisses me off.
disgusting. No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
A Pop-Tart is not a sandwich.
I don't like Chip Buddies. I also don't like pie barm pay wet. How about that? If you guys don't know what that is, here's extreme north.
By the way, in that chart, I am a structural neutral ingredient purist.
Also known as a Wigan kebab. What a pie barm pay wet.
A chicken wrap is not a sandwich. Fuck off.
Here we go. Okay. This is pie barm pay wet or pea wet. It is. It's a full ass meat pie between two slices of bread, and what you see on the green stuff there, that's called pea wet, which is like the leftovers of mushy peas, the water from mushy peas. This is a delicate. I take back what I said about British food not being weird, but this is a weird one. Let's be real. This is a weird one. This it's just kind of culinary crimes happening right here, right? That's a big North thing, though.
If your food looks like baby food, don't eat it.
No, pay wet's gross. Pea wet. I don't know why I call it pay. I don't know why I do that.
No, that is disgusting.
Oh, here's the cube rule, right? Is what we were actually trying to find
What
out.
of my food? The fucking food from my country looks better than this.
Oh, okay. For identifying dishes based on starch locations. Toast. Sandwich is on the top and bottom. Taco is on 3 sides. Sushi's on 4 sides. Soup salad with bread bowl is a cube with a hole in it. And a calzone is a full-on cube. Alright. Okay. I can abide by this cube rule. This makes sense to me. Love sandwich. Simple as. Yeah, alright. Nigiri sushi is considered toast. Pizza would be considered toast. As would pie.
What?
What? I mean, under this principle, it would. Nigiri sushi would be considered toast.
Do you see why all of this is heresy?
Oh, a nice toast sandwich. Here's something I will defend. Toast sandwich, actually, alright. Toast sandwich, alright.
No, it's not. Oh,
What's wrong with a toast sandwich?
no.
You took the middle piece of toast in like beef tallow. It's yummy.
God, I hate humanity.
Toast sandwich again, I swear to God.
What's up, Bill?
Bill has arrived. He just heard talking about toast sandwiches. I wasn't talking shit about the toast sandwich.
Literally the food of the ultra poor.
I don't know if anyone heard him, but it's the food of the ultra poor. So a taco would be a hot dog, a sub sandwich, which is what I said, or a slice of pie that has breading on top. Sushi would be a falafel wrap, pigs in a blanket, or an enchilada. Quiche. Okay, cheesecake, bread, soup
Folded
and a bread
pizza is
bowl.
not a taco.
Huh?
Folded pizza is not a taco.
I think folded pizza is a taco.
No, it isn't. It's not a hot shell.
By this definition, you fold the pizza, it goes from being toast into a taco.
Fuck off.
Look, here on Broken Ground, we tackle the difficult questions.
I'll fucking tackle you if you keep going with this.
So, calzone would be considered a burrito, a corn dog, or whole pie. calzone.
No, what's wrong with
Dumplings
that?
or
No, 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 no,
calzone?
no, scroll up. That's normal. The hot dog sub sandwich and the slice of pie. That's normal.
Mm-hmm.
And
You consider these all calzones?
that's Mexican shit. I'm white.
Mexican shit,
calzone is
calzone,
Italian,
it's
isn't it?
Italian.
Oh yeah.
Bruh.
Wait, no, but burrito is calzone is Italian, but
I don't know. Burrito's Mexican, yeah.
yeah. So why is it?
I'm not doing keto anymore, four-leaf clover, or no-leaf clover, sorry. I've been really sick for a while, and so I've just been
By
trying
the
to
way,
eat
I will
anything I can eat.
rage against anyone that is pro keto. I am.
Oh
a
yeah, that
fucking
really
cowboy.
triggers Spoon.
Yes.
He gets real triggered by
God, I
salad.
hate fucking keto.
Why? Here's examples of salad: a steak, mashed potatoes.
Do you know
and
why?
flan.
Because Sargon is like fascistically obsessed with keto, and I am.
He's lost weight on it. How can
No.
you blame him?
Because the fucking can just eat less sugar, and he would have the same fucking thing.
I mean, that's the point of keto, is to eat less sugar.
Also, eating a lot of fat is not based. Eating just protein and carbs, that's based.
A turducken is a salad.
Like Jordan Peterson's, like I will just eat anything that moves. That's based.
Oh, this is very complicated, this cube
Keto
roll
is not
thing.
based. Fuck off.
Cake is flapjacks are a cake. That makes sense. I mean, they are called pancakes. Lasagna is a cake. So is a Big Mac. All right. You're making a good argument here. Nachos, Lucky Charms, a salad with croutons, and poutine are all nachos. All right. All right. I'm down. Nacho. How is ramen wet nachos? I don't know. I don't. I'm not getting the argument. I'm not getting the argument for fried noodles. I get poutine, I get Lucky Charms, I get the salad with croutons.
Lucky Charms.
I don't get these ones. Muffins, rice, vanilla soy latte, 3-bean soup, wet salad.
Carbs are for the weak.
That was
Carbs are
very
also
that
for the
was
month, by
very
the way.
illuminating. Thank you. This is communist deconstructionism, says Chris Dreyer.
Yeah, I actually kind of agree. Sargon has used keto as a replacement for God. He's like autistically obsessed with it. I made fun of him for it.
I don't know. I think you're just being.
I said
salty.
to a famous, he's the kid. Fuck you. I said if he's the keto fascist, then I'm the based bishop at the Church of Carbs. And I will instruct everyone that sugar is not bad for you, and carbohydrates are good. And anyone who says that, I'll fucking fight you. Bullshit crap of you don't eat sugar. Sugar's bad for you. Fuck off. Always fat and protein in there.
All right.
Bastard.
All right.
Yes, this trigger the shit out of me.
Yeah, he is super fucking triggered. He doesn't like keto at all.
No.
No.
Oh god, don't start with the Lucky Charms and soup thing.
Oh no.
Don't with the
let's not.
cereal and soup. No, no,
cereal
don't
is a soup.
fucking go down this road.
Cereal's
No, it
a soup.
isn't. No,
Yes,
it's
it
not.
is.
No, it isn't. Okay, ask it in the chat. If you think cereal is soup, type 1.
All right,
If
hang
you
on.
don't, type 2.
No, hang on. Let's do it properly.
No. Just so I can know who gets the guillotine.
No, hang. I'm putting the. Did the poll go through? Did it work? There we go. There's the
You mean
poll.
only the weak require carbs. Brain. Glucose.
Oh, it's not looking good for you, Spoon. It is cereal soup right now. We've got.
What's not? Anyone who says it is an idiot.
Well, right now it's looking like 65% of people think cereal is a soup.
65% of you are idiots.
Uh-oh, it's changing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, no. More people disagree with the cereal soup question now.
Good, sane people. You guys are sane after all. Well done.
Well, let's see. We'll let that keep going for a minute.
I want to see the justification of how the hell people can say cereal is soup.
Because it's solids in a liquid. floating in a liquid and you eat it with a spoon.
It's solid in a liquid.
You're just upset as a spoon. That's
No,
a
it's
soup.
No. Hold on. It's a solid in a liquid.
Floating in a liquid that you eat with a spoon. Yeah.
Okay, so by that logic, melted ice cream with chocolate in it is then soup.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't. This is just absurd and stupid. Who the hell thinks of this
So
shit?
fucking triggered.
I don't care what the people have spoken. I'm a monarchist. I don't care what the people think.
Gentlemen, this is democracy made manifest.
I favor aristocracy. Democracy dies in milk.
I love
Goddamn.
democracy.
Fuck up. Yeah, and look where it ended. In the fucking empire.
Yeah, that's the meme. Oh well, should we return to the actual topic, or are we gonna keep fucking around? I don't mind.
It's cereal soup. 65% of you are out of your fucking mind, by the way.
Milk is the broth. Is the ocean a soup, Jarnegi? Yes.
Well, by that logic, actually, it would be.
Yes, by that logic, the ocean is a soup. Because it's full of meat and veg. Oh, this is fun.
How to trigger spoon? Say stupid shit about food that makes no sense.
How to trigger a spoon?
I'll
Say
turn into a
low
ladle
carb.
and beat all of you.
Just say the word keto.
Oh, God. Faggots.
You mean meatballs, right?
No.
Well, technically,
Not
are
that one.
are faggots and gravy a soup?
You know,
See?
that's more interesting.
See, now we have an interesting question. Are meatballs and gravy a soup?
Ice and gravy soup.
Because you could have like you have soups that have meatballs in them.
Yeah. It really would be, actually.
There we go. Now we've reached the real question. All right.
Yeah, see, that at least has some merit.
Well, while you ponder that, I have to use the restroom. I'll be right back. All right.
Okay, I kind of want to get back to the CNN thing because this.
Okay, let's bring it up.
Is,
Let's
this
read
is
the
just
rest.
fucking weird, though.
I can't stand looking at Brian Stelter's face. He looks so much like a thumb.
Oh, that's why I've scrolled down, so I don't need to.
Where were we at? These last two paragraphs, or a couple paragraphs.
No.
After
I'll
the picture
scroll
of
down.
Brian.
See, I'm not sure how Stelter was supposed to report on his own boss having an inappropriate relationship with his subordinate. I agree. This would be a blatant act of insubordination, true a violation of trust. So my issue with Stelter is not so much his silence, but his willingness to serve as a cover-up the affair with blatant misinformation. That word has lost all meaning, by the way. Like, misinformation just means information that we don't like. By now. We know now that the day before Radar Online broke the story of Zucker's affair with Alison Goss, it's not an affair. It's fucking consensual, and they're both divorced. What the fuck? Who holds the number 2 spot at CNN, Stelter published a non sequitur in his newsletter attacking Radar as nutty and not swayed by reality. It's a weird thing to say. Here's the full story on that. That timing is not a coincidence, so that's one thing to ignore or remain silent regarding something internal. It's quite another to serve as something so obviously sleazy and unethical. That is the bit that I do not get. I don't know how the hell... Why is there a need for a staff member who works at CNN to report on his boss to the entire nation who is bonking behind closed doors? That's not journalism. The person who had a go at Brian's for this is to say that he has a go at everyone else for real journalism. But him supposedly reporting on his boss, fucking his subordinate, is real journalism. That's not journalism. That's office sleaze. That's fucking office gossip. There's a teenager Brian Stelter. Oh god, is there? I'm guessing he looks exactly the fucking same. Because he has a, like, fat baby face. He just has less hair. You know what he looks like? He looks like Harkin from, he looks like a fat version of Harkin from New Vegas. The Brotherhood of Steel guy. That is an obscure reference.
Oh, yeah, kind of. I had to think about it for a minute. Also, Bill said that cereal was a stew, not a soup.
What the fuck, Bill? That's even weirder.
Oh, well.
Yeah, like Sebastian said, that's TMZ journalism. Agreed.
It is.
Absolutely it is.
Did you finish the article?
Yeah.
It's really bizarre, but yeah. Why are they expecting Brian Stelter to talk gossipy shit about his boss? You know?
He was balding at 18. You know, if he just shaved his head and grew a beard and lost weight, he'd look somewhat normal.
Yeah. He looks like the fanboy elf from Oblivion, the Adorian fan. By Azora, by Azora, by Azora, it's the Grand Champion. Yeah, he sure does. He sure freaking does look like the Adorian fan. Oh my god.
The fanboy elf from Oblivion. I can't even remember the fanboy elf.
The Grand Champion, the guy who runs up to you after you fight in the arena.
I don't recall doing the arena.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's an annoying, wood elf.
The only one I remember that was really annoying was, I think it was... Was it in Skingrad? The one who runs up to you and says there's some suspicious shit? And then a guy tells you that someone...
No, it's not.
Come up to you and ask
you would
about
know.
suspicious shit.
He follows you around. You'd know it.
I don't know who... Someone in the chat tells me, who is the crazy guy who runs up to you? Something with a G.
I don't remember, man.
Who runs up to you and I think it's in Skingrad, who tells you that someone's been following him. And then a guard tells you if he says some crazy shit, report it to the guard.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember at all. I haven't played Oblivion in a minute. Although I have been watching some of the updates on Sky Oblivion of moving, Oblivion into the Skyrim engine.
By the way, I'm going to
Looking
get shit
pretty
for
good.
this. Oblivion was better than Skyrim.
No, why would you get shit? It's subjectively correct. And Morrowind's better than Oblivion, so whatever.
Yes.
These are just facts. And people can get mad about facts, just like
Yeah, but
fact.
there's people who think there's people who think the
that
latest
cereal
series is always better. No, it isn't. Cereal is not soup, you fucking head cases. Okay, now Nick brings up a good point. Warm cereal, I will contend, is more soup.
like oatmeal.
Or it's more akin to soup. No, that's more stew. Because it's thicker. I want to get Bill's take on that.
I love that we have devolved in complete madness.
Ask Bill that, because I think you can make
He's
a case that
upstairs.
oatmeal is like a stew.
I'll message him on Discord. Hang on.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Oblivion is not better than Morrowind. Get the fuck out.
What was the question? Is
Oatmeal,
Oatmeal.
Or porridge. It's porridge.
yeah, right.
Because oatmeal is American. Yeah. Porridge
Yeah.
is a stew. What if you add ham to your honey nut O's? I think you need help. I think is what you need.
I don't know. Ham and honey go well together. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but not with fucking milk and
Warm
Grain.
oatmeal is a sweet gravy. To be a stew, it requires meat, vegetable, in a liquid cooked. Says Adesmisk. Back to the plot with Brian Stelter's scary thumb face on the screen.
that is a terrifying fucking.
It is
thing.
very.
You know
it is
what's
very
really
scary.
really weird is he looks trans.
What do you mean by this? I don't know what you
His
meant by
face is
this.
like, his face is like oddly fat but feminine.
Well, when you fat people of either sex look feminine, because it's more rounded. Also, Bill said
Yeah.
a soup is any combination of ingredients cooked in a liquid. Stew is any dishes prepared by stewing, that is, submerging the ingredients with enough liquid to cook them through a simmer in a covered pot for a long time. In quotes. I'm guessing he got that from somewhere. If it's boiled, it's a soup. If it's simmered in the minimum liquid, it's a stew. All right, so I think is saying that porridge then.
Porridge, not
is this-
porridge.
Porridge, yeah.
Porridge, not porridge. Porridge.
Porridge. All right.
There we go.
Oatmeal.
Okay, now I should teach you how to pronounce basic English.
Bruh.
What if you add
You're the
blueberries
weirdo
and
who
bananas
doesn't
to your
freaking
cereal?
like
Would it
black
make it a
pudding. What a
soupy spoon?
weirdo.
No.
This homie doesn't even like black pudding. What about gazpacho? It's an uncooked soup. It's a chowder if it's hot, milk-based, and chunky. Oh, so... Well, I wouldn't make cereal
He does
a
look like he
chowder.
should be wearing clown makeup. I agree with that.
He absolutely does. So Weetabix, a cereal biscuit served with hot milk, would be considered a chowder. But cereal with cold milk might be something different, he's saying.
Brian Stelter does prove one thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
You can be fat, stupid, and bold and still land a multi-million-dollar job.
I don't like... I'm gonna take his face off the screen, at least that one, because I don't like the way he's staring into it. Like, it looks like he's staring into my soul. I don't
He
like
does
that at
look
all.
like the horror villain.
It's just so weird looking. And I don't mean to like insult people's looks, but he looks scary. I'm not trying to insult him, just...
I cannot... He looks like the It villain.
Oh god, you mean Pennywise?
Yeah, he does.
He could be an alright Pennywise, sure. Yeah.
Also,
the reason we brought this all up though is why.
I cannot
What?
look at his face without hearing Brian Dice or Mark Dice mock him.
Yeah, it's me, Brian Stelter. You know, that little effeminate voice he does. Yeah, it's great. I love Mark Dice's impression of him.
That's the one thing I don't want him to be fired because I think Mark Dice would be sad.
Oh, I'd be sad.
Yeah.
Just because he's a vile little toad, but it's funny to watch him be one, I suppose.
It's the misinformation about Joe Rogan in that high-pitched voice.
The misinformation maven, says Breitbart. But the reason we're bringing this all
Although
up
that
is
means
because
nothing.
yeah, I know. The reason we bring this all up is what the heck is going on in CNN? Why are they trying to get rid of Brian Stelter now? Why did they get rid of Jeff Zucker? Because again, what Jeff Zucker did, going back before the bunch of food hot takes, is what Jeff Zucker did was not, I mean, a little inappropriate, like we said, but it wasn't Jeffrey tubing it live on air. It wasn't that producer whose name is escaping me again, who was a literal nonce. I do think Jake Tapper's the next, by the way, literal god. But why are they purging everybody from their network? I mean, I think it has to be partially that their ratings are down 90%. So
it might have to do with the merger.
Oh,
because
right.
they're being bought by Discovery.
Yeah. Oh. So they're trying to get rid of
the main reason why
partisan
people
hacks.
think Cuomo is in on this is because when Cuomo was sacked, he said something, and Dana Perino mentioned this. She said that Cuomo said something like, "You haven't heard the last of me," and you know the Cuomos are in fucking politics, so they're not the kind of people who just go quietly. They like fuck you up as a revenge. They hold grudges, and apparently because Hugh's relationship was allowed to slide, and the whole thing with his brother, and they thought that, well, it's because Cuomo has it in, he knows some things about Zucker, and he doesn't want to let it out. That was the supposed thing. But people said that doesn't quite add up because everyone knew this. So they suspected, I don't know why, but that's the consensus. But from the looks of it, Jason Killer, the guy who heads Warner, who is the parent company of CNN, he didn't know. He heard rumors about it, but he didn't know for sure up until apparently, this is the rumor, that Cuomo said to him, "Hey, look, Jeffrey is having a relationship with this person."
Yeah.
And because of the rules for the company policy is you need to disclose a relationship like that, and if you don't, you might get the sack. That's apparently the thing. But the reason people find that unusual is because they go, how the hell did the parent company not know this? How did Jason not know this when everyone else did? That's the thing that is unusual. And also, Cuomo hired a lawyer and is wanting to take $19 million from CNN, and they don't want to pay him 18 or 19 million. I think it was 18. So I think he is a reason to hold a grudge. Because he wants to fucking pay out. So,
seems
so that might
reasonable.
be the reason.
Reasonable.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's got a fiscal reason for it, and obviously he'd be kind of fucking pissed off because, I think it's just to show that he can flex.
Clearly,
I don't think he gives a shit about money.
Yeah, clearly this is there. I think it has to be financial because it has to be tied to the fact that CNN's ratings are down so hard. Like this is not. Again,
yeah.
When you have not let go Don Lemon, even though he also has sexual groping allegations against him, they haven't. They're not letting him go. Don Lemon's still on.
Yeah.
Even though some gay waiter or I don't know if he's gay, some male waiter says that he grabbed his dick in public apparently, which is when he was drunk. Weird shit. I mean, like, it's not the level of that producer who violated multiple children that made me want to puke. Oh. But I mean, it's obviously not on that level. But if you're gonna, what was happening between Jeff Zucker and did they let the woman go? By the way, did they Alison Golist?
No.
So she
can still keep her job.
Right. That would, I mean, I guess because the argument from the leftist kind of perspective is like, well, she was in an inferior or lower level position, so she was being preyed upon or whatever.
There is, the person who was taking charge is apparently a guy who, Jeff has known for ages. I think they went to Harvard
Alison
together.
Gallus would keep her job. She is EVP and Chief Marketing Officer. Yeah.
The guy that is taking charge now, at least temporarily, is affectionately called Jeff Zucker Jr. at the company. So.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so I imagine that, it probably would be the same as always.
Well, Cameron defended him on air, apparently. These are two consenting adults who are both executives. They can't have a private relationship feels wrong. I agree with her, actually.
Yeah, but that's why the staff at CNN is saying, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Because they're saying that why is he going? Yeah, because everyone else knows this is what people are suspecting it's to do with the parent company.
And I would imagine it's because the parent company, Discovery, is looking at CNN and going, what a trash fire. We need to restructure entirely. It can't be the anti-Trump network anymore. When there's no Trump, this doesn't work. And also, it is a network full of nonsense and sex pests, right? So, might be time to do some house cleaning.
But I did say to them in the stream that I did earlier, or the video that I uploaded earlier, I said all that that Jeffrey Zucker did is he just looked at Twitter and just... His business model is just Twitter. He looked at it and went, oh look, Twitter is getting massive fucking traffic because of Trump's outrage. Just put him on the fucking news 24/7 and mock him. That's all. That's their entire business model. Now Trump is gone, they go, oh shit, our business model is tanking. Yeah. And so is Twitter. That's it. That's not your genius. You just looked at Twitter and copied that. And now that Twitter is tanking, so is your fucking ratings because without Trump they're not worth shit. Which obviously fuels Trump's fucking massive ego.
I mean, how can it not?
Everywhere I go, I'm getting massive ratings. I'm the shit.
Yeah, how can it not stroke his ego when it's like you stop being president, and one of the largest news organizations in America collapses. Now, if you were paying attention, which I'm sure many people here were, all these traditional news agencies were flailing in the water before Trump too, right?
Yep.
They were all suffering because of new media, which is why they hate YouTube, which is why they hate any competitors to YouTube even. Because at least they kind of got YouTube under control. They're a little bit more all right with it now because they all have their official channels and they make lots of money on YouTube, so they're kind of okay with YouTube now. They just don't like independent YouTube creators, particularly people who talk about news, and that's why they are consistent about wanting to get rid of any alternative platform by smearing it as being full of white nationalist rhetoric or whatever, because they're terrified, and their time is limited. It's running short, and there's no purpose.
Which is why they want to pass that thing.
What's the purpose of CNN? What do they do? What do they do that's different from what we're doing right now? Or, I mean, obviously, they're not having interesting conversations about what makes a sandwich or a cereal, a soup or whatever.
One thing they can't say faggot on it like we can.
Yeah, well, we're talking about meatballs, of course. But Yeah, I
don't
mean,
know, is Brian Stelter's head a meatball?
what they it looks like one.
Yeah.
They can't though. Basically, what they do is they read news articles that other journalists publish. How much independent journalism does CNN do? None. As far as I'm aware. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
what
they
do
pretty
they
much
do?
just look at statistics and then try and put a spin on it.
And they look at existing news stories. I mean, they probably do some independent reporting. I'm not saying that they don't do it at all.
They
but-
have better editing and sound effects than I do. That's about it. But I will say
what
I
does
have a better
Brian
voice than anyone
Stelter
on
do?
CNN.
What does Brian Stelter do that Tim Pool doesn't? That Tim Pool doesn't do better?
Eats
like or dislike. That's for sure. Like or also Tim Pool went low sugar too. You can't escape it.
Trying to think, what's the difference?
Of what? Yeah, a difference between Brian Stelter and Tim Pool. Tim
Sound
has
effects, but
Tim has some standards. Again, like or dislike Tim, and I disagree with Tim on like a ton of stuff, but Tim will platform people that CNN certainly would never do.
Yes. Can you imagine Walsh on CNN? Actually, yeah, I probably could.
You want a conspiracy theory? And like a conspiracy theory about it, like I think
Tim
sometimes
does have the Civil War thing like fucking crazy.
that Civil War stuff is annoying, but I think, I don't know if this is true. I've heard people say this, so let me get your take on it. Do you think Vosh is aiming to be an anchor on CNN? Or MSNBC or whatever?
No, he's got way too much baggage.
I know he does, but is that what he wants to do?
I will never join Keto. I will never, ever,
Keto
ever
gang,
fucking join Keto. I like
I'm not even-
carbohydrates way too fucking much.
Honestly, I do. All I ate today was a pretzel. So
God fucking damn it.
what? I ate a pretzel. I love pretzels. That's like one of my favorite foods. I love pretzels. And you can't, like, it's so hard to get like a nice homemade pretzel, because you got to cook it in lye, and baking soda works okay, but you really need lye to get that nice flavor.
Yeah, I don't think Walsh would ever be on a mainstream outlet. He'd be trashed. He's got way too much shit on him. There's a better chance of Destiny doing that than Walsh.
Oh, did you see Destiny got in trouble today for his take on condoms? Apparently. I don't even know
How
what
do
he
you get in
said.
trouble for that?
It was a little sussy. I'll put it that way.
How so?
Let's read it.
By the way, literally all of Aiden's conversations with me kind of go like this.
What do you mean?
It's never on topic. It always just goes fucking all over the place.
No. Actually, let's go to Twitter because he's been trending.
Yeah, but Jenk actually has a news outlet, so that's not a surprise. And Jenk was on MSNBC before he had the young. So I don't.
Was he on?
Yeah, I
Commissioner
think so.
yet? Jenk Uyghur.
He was on MSNBC before, and he wanted to say something about the Democratic Party, and they told him he can't. So he made the Young Turks, and now he's simping for the Democratic Party even more than he was on fucking MSNBC.
His amount of simping for the Democrats is insane. Because yeah, he originally wanted to start his own party. That was sort of the thing. Yeah, Uyghur appeared on MSNBC as a political commentator from January to June 2011, so for less than 6 months. He hosted a weeknight commentary show on the network and was replaced by Al Sharpton.
Oh my god. One token for another.
Oof. After leaving MSNBC, Uyghur secured another weeknight commentary show on Current TV, which aired from December 5th, 2011 to August 2013. From 2012 to 2013, he was the chief news officer at Current TV, succeeding Keith Olbermann.
Oh my
Completely
god.
unhinged
Keith Olbermann is out of
psychopath
his
Keith Olbermann.
fucking mind.
Alright, so here was Destiny's take, by the way. I'll put this up on Twitter.
Okay.
He said, if you are noticing someone is taking a condom off, and you can't say anything, you probably don't have the emotional maturity to engage in sex. You should just grab a caretaker or something and stick to masturbating to furry porn. Sorry. I mean, that's... Oh my god, Spoon finds it hilarious, clearly. The original tweet was, if you knew he took the condom off and you couldn't bring yourself to say anything, you shouldn't be having casual sex. Okay, so hang on, let's walk this back. Let's walk back to the original tweet.
I have a different take to that altogether.
Hang on, let's walk it back so we get the whole context. The original tweet was, a dude slipped his condom off during sex, and I asked him to wear one this week, and it's been bothering me, but I was too awkward to say anything. Not even the first time this has happened. Stop doing this, men. In that instant, like, this tweet sounds really bad in isolation, okay?
Okay.
In my opinion, it sounds kind of bad in isolation. But I don't think he's wrong.
It's just because of the furry porn and so
But I don't think he's wrong in the context. If you're engaging in sexual intercourse with somebody and they took a condom off and you didn't like it, you should tell them you don't like that. Saying that saying you're too awkward, I understand, but you shouldn't be engaging in casual sex then. Do you know what I mean? If you're too awkward, quote unquote, to say anything, then what the hell are you doing?
I have bad takes on this.
Well, go ahead.
Don't use a condom to begin with. That would be
I
my
made a
position.
fucking face at my... I don't have a webcam. I literally don't even have one. I couldn't even turn it on to show the face that I just fucking made. Alright.
But you just like sigh like, no god, why?
I just kind of rolled my eyes a little bit.
Oh, fuck off.
Well, okay. Alright.
You have a problem with my take?
Don't wear a condom to begin with? What?
Yes.
Under what circumstances? Under two people having casual sex? Well, enjoy your STD then, homie.
I like the way that's like the big, like, how like dirty do you think the women are?
Women who engage in casual sex?
Yes.
Dirty.
Okay.
I mean, like, look.
Think women are just like filthy holes.
Hang on a
like,
minute.
literally.
Hang on a minute. If it's your long-term girlfriend or whatever, sure. But it's a woman you met on, I don't know, Tinder or whatever. Yeah, no thanks. This little sussy-wussy baka shit, you know?
You shouldn't be fucking people you met on Tinder in the first place.
Yeah, no shit, but I'm guessing what the situation is.
No, don't even fucking bother with the condom. Just don't fuck them in general. They're just weird shit.
Oh, did I ever tell you? I don't know if I should say this on
Tinder is basically prostitution. Let's be real.
Yeah, it is. Did I tell you about my friend? I know I did, but I don't know if I should say this on air, but my friend...
Raise your hair.
My friend who had a hard time getting a girl and his like attempts at pua shit.
Oh my god, I'm gonna stick your claim, breach your harem. Goddamn.
Breach your hair.
Fucking hell. Women he met on Grindr, those aren't women.
No, that's not on Grindr, dude. That's a gay sex app. She specifically asked the dude to wear a condom, and in the middle of sex, he took it off without telling her. There's a big difference between saying the dude should have asked for consent and saying he should treat her like she's a retarded child. Nothing Destiny or Mindwave said has to do with the dude. What he did was fucked up, of course. What they're saying is that if you get into a shitty situation and you don't have the ability to communicate your discomfort, you probably shouldn't be having casual sex. It's not hard. I agree, by the way. I do agree.
Yeah, I didn't find his take all that.
And he's getting it's Destiny is trending on Twitter right now because of this hot take. No, as an adult, you have to.
Goddamn, Twitter has really got.
I know. You have to be able to communicate, like, what's going on. You know what I mean?
What do you think he was gonna do? Just take it off and just like bust nuts inside of you?
I don't know, man.
I think an awkward conversation that please don't do that again is a lot better than hey, I need to go to an abortion clinic. Just saying.
Oh, that shit's so weird.
Hot take, by the way.
Also, Vosh did say this. Let's watch this real quick. Hang on. Speaking of Twitter,
Oh, God.
I got this up. Speaking of Destiny, let's talk about the thing he created.
Oh god, Vosh. Oh god. Are you gonna make me watch Vosh?
Hell no, not
Oh,
intentionally.
thank God for that. What?
I mean, we're
That doesn't
gonna
make
watch
me
this
feel
clip.
better right
We're gonna
now.
watch this clip. Ugh. Jeez.
Why? Okay, no, I want to address this. Why abortion? That's immoral. Because if you are fucking someone and you don't even have the balls, quite literally, come on, that's not someone you should have as your fucking spouse for your child.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just.
But I find abortion horribly immoral. But I understand the arguments to the contrary. I'm begrudgingly pro-choice only because yeah, it's very
never give the power to those who don't want to take responsibility. If we did that, we never would have had democracy.
Yeah, well, we did a whole stream on the abortion topic. Do you have the stream up? Do you want to watch this Vosh thing?
Oh God, you're gonna make me anyway.
It's not. No, I mean you can just ignore it.
320,000 views.
This is his take on the Russia and Ukrainian situation. It's interesting.
God, why?
Come on. All right, ready? You got the stream up? Because we have to figure out a better way to do this so you can do it on the fly.
I hate you sometimes.
Yeah, you too.
Actual geopolitical threats will change anything. I feel like the only thing we can do at this point is starve Russia out. We're wealthier than them by metrics. I mean, ally with all the countries in their periphery, sanction their leaders, cripple their economy, wait for them to bleed out, and then when they're ready to play ball, they can be a nice, compliant country.
I mean, but there's a lot of civilians that get hurt in that scenario.
In eastern Ukraine as well, yeah. But if they're going to be like that...
if we do the sanctions on Russia, is what I'm saying, that would hurt a lot of civilians.
Not as
Sorry,
much
guys.
as their missile strikes would hurt eastern Ukrainians, right? Again, keep in mind, this isn't out of spite. If actual geopolitical threats...
Alright, did you hear that? Sorry if it was a little quiet. I turned it up as loud as I could. Fucking goddamn. I turned it up as loud as I could from where I'm at. If you didn't hear it, what Vosh said was to starve Russia and make it bleed out. And that's how we deal with the Russian issue. Oh, just Vosh being a neocon again. Yeah, death pick.
I would never ever listen to Vosh on any takes of foreign policy. The man's an idiot. He doesn't know anything.
What the hell kind of take is that, though, dude?
Also, I am suspicious of the Russian and the Ukrainian thing because both Russia and Ukraine have come out and said to the West, stop fucking fomenting war.
Yeah.
The people of the Ukraine, when asked about this, said, we have bigger problems to fucking worry about than the Russians invading us. Like, the fucking winter and the warmth and people not dying from the cold. So clearly the Ukrainians don't give a fuck about it. And the main reason why this is such a big problem for people, especially the Americans, is because Putin has a pipeline and he can supply cheap gas to the likes of Ukraine and Germany, which makes them money.
Yeah.
And the Americans, if they want to sell them really expensive, shitty energy, they are going to think Russia is a threat to their money. So it's not about anything. It is about, as the usual case with anything when it comes to American fucking foreign policy, it involves power.
Yeah.
Literally, energy in this case. So no, this is a weird. People have to remember something.
Take. It's such a weird freaking take in general.
People have to remember something, and this is going to put you in a weird place. Russia is not pro-EU.
No.
US is pro-EU. I'm not pro-EU. I fucking hate the EU. Typically speaking, I'd be siding with Uncle Putin in this instance. Because I trust him more as a leader than I trust fucking Biden. Because he's already fucking paid off by the Chinese. Who do I think would have a better chance fighting off the Chinese?
Yeah.
Russia. Because Russia's already been stung by China.
Yeah.
So...
I just don't understand this take whatsoever. Is...
From me or him?
No. I understand your take. I don't understand Vosh's take whatsoever. It sounds like neocon crap. Starve them out. First of all, you can't do that, okay? You could maybe starve out China. They rely so much on the US. Not Russia. Not to the same degree at all. Not to the same degree. Not to a fraction of the same degree. You could maybe starve out China if you wanted to stop, let's say, the Uyghur genocide, which I don't know if Vosh is really concerned about. I would imagine probably not high up on his list of concerns. But I don't think you can't. The U.S. can't starve out Russia, and even if you could, what the hell?
Why would you?
Why? I mean, okay, it's not our business. That's my first concern. Is it's not the U.S.'s fucking business what Russia does to the Ukraine. Now, I don't want wars to happen. I don't want people to be harmed or die. But you know, Russia's gonna do what it's gonna do, and if you want to go to war with Russia, it's gonna mean some shit. Why does Vosh think that if the U.S. did this thing where they tried to starve out the Russian people, which wouldn't actually be like, by the way, Dr. B. Hunter says starving is a communist tradition. Yeah, it sure is. But let's say if you did want to try to starve them out, which you can't do you think the Russians won't retaliate? Like, what the hell is this? You're thinking that this is the peaceful option, I guess, to prevent the Ukrainians from suffering, is to starve out the Russians?
Sell us food or we won't sell you power.
Well, right? Then guess what? Because Joe Biden has made the United States energy dependent on Russia, the United States gets fucked. We ended American energy independence under Joe Biden. Yep. Now we rely on Russia.
You can easily start it up again.
You could, but that would require Joe Biden to say so.
We would also require him not to be a fucking retard. That's not going to happen anytime soon.
He's not just an idiot. He's also controlled. He's clearly controlled by like a million different special interest groups. He just does whatever. He just wakes up from his, he wakes up at like 7 in the morning.
Noon.
No, he wakes up at like 7 in the morning. He dawdles around.
No, he wakes up at like noon.
Then he takes his nap at 9 a.m. and wakes up at noon. I don't know. Old people do that. They wake up real early. They get up for like 2 hours and they take a nap for the half a day. So
I hear he works like 3 hours a day.
No shit. Of course he does. He's old as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. Like he wakes up at like 10 o'clock and then goes to bed at 1.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right. I'm not saying he's working when he's up. He's doing his crossword puzzles and shit.
He has taken more vacation days than the last 4 presidents combined.
Remember when that was a huge issue with Trump? It was like, Trump has taken a vacation day. He went to Mar-a-Lago. Oh, the huge manatee. Yeah, well, Biden has taken way more vacation days.
To be fair, that's probably a good fucking thing.
Honestly, yeah, for his mental health, whatever of it remains.
And everyone else has just got to fucking deal with it.
Yeah.
Does Biden have a second act, says The Atlantic? No, he doesn't.
I can't foresee it in any way. I can't foresee a second Biden administration.
Oh, God.
Remember, guys, we're 1 year in, and his approval rating is, at least according to the Quinnipiac poll, 33%. That's on the low end. But on the high end, it's less than 50. It's less than half. And that's on the high end, on the totally botched reporting and botched polling. It's all like 40%, 45%. And you also have to understand that there's a portion of Democrats who will say they like what Biden's doing because of their social identity and their dedication to the party, no matter what he does. I'd say, we talked about this the other day, Spoon, it's probably like 20% of people that are unmovable because they're so deeply partisan. And in fact,
the black population.
Black population is not on board.
Black women are. Black women are by far the most dependable base for anything.
Yeah, but if you look also at Drew Weston's book, The Political Brain, The Role of Emotion Deciding the Fate of Politics, look that book up. I always recommend it. It's a great book. But I think he also looks at that, in that book at some point, I think he does talk about how, like, it's about, like, 20% of people who are so hardcore partisan that you could genocide people in front of their freaking face and they would still maintain their political polarization because it's so deeply internalized in terms of their sense of self. That's social penetration theory. I know I always say like the same kind of theories over and over again, guys. I can talk about other theories if we like. It's so deeply ingrained in their sense of self. Joe Biden. Some of these people are so deeply partisan. It could be Joe Biden or Donald Trump. Could come to their house, take a shit on their living room table, and they would clap. Just because they're so deeply partisan. Like there are people that are that far. That might be only 5% on the other side, but there's a portion of people that are that deeply partisan. And you're never going to convince those people. They are unpersuadable. That's what Drew Weston talks about in The Political Brain. Well,
I'm just looking at something here.
All distracted, I see.
Occasionally we find funny news.
What's up?
Well, Nancy Pelosi said, "Don't speak out against the Chinese communist regime because they're vicious."
Because they're vicious.
Yeah,
Is that why?
yeah, that's literally what she said.
Oh, uh-huh.
Paid off
Because
by
they're
them or anything.
vicious. Not because you're all a bunch of chai coms yourselves, huh?
And yeah, that's
Well,
true.
how curious, huh? Jeez.
Let's see. This is a funny article because it's from the Atlantic and therefore it will be filled with cope and nothing more. Does Biden have a second act? No.
Hell no.
So it
Not in
says
the
here,
least.
Ronald Reagan did it, so did Bill Clinton, Barack Obama did it as well. Yeah, but none of them were senile. Well,
Yeah,
Reagan was,
I mean,
but that's going into
we
his
have
second
to,
term.
We have to look at what the entire purpose of Biden was, again, just to be clear about it. His only reason he was elected was because he wasn't
Selected.
Trump. It was to be not Trump. We need to get rid of this big bad orange man. So we picked somebody who was associated with Obama, and then people liked Obama, even though, I mean,
He was a terrible fucking
Don't try looking at
president.
his presidency objectively, and you'll see things you don't like. But I'm not saying like there's no perfect president. There's barely any decent presidents. But
Trump was your best one by far.
Oh shit! Andy Worski finally unblocked me. Fuck yeah! Hell yeah! Sorry, got distracted by something.
Yeah. I can't see what this says. After a difficult first 2 years in the White House, Reagan, Clinton, and Obama each rebuilt enough public support to win a second term. Yeah, but they didn't crater it like a full fucking year in. That's the difference. Not long after many observers had labeled them fatally damaged by the early setbacks. Although a specific environment and challenges confronting those three presidents diverged in many ways, the trajectory of each man's first term followed the same broad arc. Each was elected at a moment of great unease about the country's direction. Actually, in Trump's one, it was actually a pretty good one until you fucking morons deliberately cocked it up. Particularly in terms of the economy, case in point. Each saw its approval rating tumble over his first 2 years as voters concluded that conditions were not improving as fast as they had expected or at least hoped. For all three, that decline culminated in big losses during their first Obama. And Biden is going to continue that tradition and make it fucking worse. But in the second half of each man's first term, he's not going to get one, by the way.
No, I don't know why they're even
He's too old.
He's too old. Democrats are
too stupid.
fleeing the party and saying they're not going to run for second term. They are
they're already
rats
saying they're gonna...
fleeing a sinking ship. Clearly, the Biden administration is an embarrassment. It's a global embarrassment. Seriously,
And people don't want to be associated with him.
I know. That's why they're trying to escape. Because any association with Biden is
Owen
political
Wilson.
poison.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, any association with Biden is political poison at this point.
One. Yeah, we knew that when fucking Terry McAuliffe was with him.
I know, right?
He was so fucking stupid. He did that
What an
dancing
idiot.
thing. That dancing thing sunk him, by the way.
Do you think that was?
It was
I think
like
it was support of CRT, but regardless.
No, I think it was that who did it because it was so embarrassing. Even Biden told him to cut it out. It was essentially like the modernized version of that scream that Howard Dean did on the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically that. What it's supposed to say here. But in the second half, each of the man's midterms, public attitudes about the country's direction improved. That isn't happening under Biden. It's going to get worse. Lifting the president's approval rating, just 2 years after their midterm reversals, all three won re-election. Clinton, Obama by solid margins, and Reagan won by historic 49-state landslide. That's not going to happen at all. That's never going to fucking happen.
Yeah. No.
Biden
no,
is
it's
certainly
over.
following...
It's fucking over.
Yeah, it's done.
You know, Jeremy,
Biden
I've
is
thought that. I've wondered that. Shane and I have spoken about this at length. Is that do you? And let's because we haven't talked about it on air, I guess. Do you think
Which is
Brandon's gonna get Clintoned? You know what? My hypothesis, and this is just a out there. This is a
you
legitimate
mean,
conspiracy
like
theory.
in Minecraft?
Yeah, this is a legitimate conspiracy theory.
No, it'll happen naturally.
I might, naturally in quotes. I mean, it might happen naturally, legitimately, but so here's
As natural as a gunshot in the back of the head.
here's my actual conspiracy theory. I wish I had like an X-Files music button. Like I don't have a soundboard set up. I am actually looking at getting a soundboard thingy to try and make this more entertaining. But what I think might be a possibility is that if we look at the most shitty presidential campaigns, or presidential administrations, excuse me, throughout history. What, and particularly modern recent history, what do they do if they are failing in public support?
Start a war.
They start a war. They create a national tragedy, or use one that happens naturally and inflate it and focus on it, which Jan 6 is not working. Jan 6 is not working anymore. Or you kill the president. Those are the... I'm saying that historically that's what's happened. That's how you get all Americans to come together and support. So I think that there's a very real possibility... Excuse me. Goddamn cold. I think there is a real possibility that Biden gets quote-unquote Clintoned. I'm putting things in this verbiage on purpose to be nice for Susan. And you're completely correct, Dr. Beast Hunter. That's my thought process, is that if Biden got Clintoned, it would create a huge amount of sympathy. People who previously hated Biden and were talking trash would be like, ooh, because you can't speak ill of the dead. Particularly somebody who gets killed, right? I know. But I'm just saying, like, that's a strategy. And don't get it twisted. Like, the people who are involved in this stuff, who aren't extremely senile, they definitely do consider these possibilities of, if things are going really badly for your political side, don't think that assassination's off the table. Because
I don't think Brandon dying would win sympathy. I think it would generate hell. No, because
depends on how it happens.
Kamala Harris. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, you get Harris, but Kamala Harris isn't liked either. But my point is, like, let's look at the Bush administration. I'm not gonna say things about 9/11, but what 9/11 in terms of, won't go into it, but what 9/11 did for the Bush administration, because it was not well liked. He barely won, and by the way, remember, about half the country thought he stole the election. That's George Bush Jr., not the 2020 election.
His approval rating was really high before the war, by the way.
Yeah, but
his approval rating was like 86%. It was like absurdly fucking high.
Half the country thought George Bush Jr. stole it.
Half the country are fucking stupid.
I'm just saying, Biden is in the exact same position that George Bush Jr. was in, right?
Also, that's not going to work.
9 months into George Bush Jr.'s administration, first administration, what happens? We all know.
I can
something
tell you
to
why.
Unite, quote unquote, the country. So if you want my conspiracy theory, I think yes, starting a war is a way to do that, or killing somebody.
No, this is not going to work.
Yeah.
This is going to make it worse. Because, say what you like about Bush, he can rally people. Biden cannot rally shit. He's weak and fucking useless. He will look like a moron if he starts a war. He's not looked at anything competent, so
well, I think it's unquestionable he's going to start a war. Why do you think he won't?
No, he's not going to start a war.
You really think
he's not
so?
Gonna do shit. Yeah, he's not going to do shit.
To me, it's very close to you have to understand, like, ultimately, politics is bred in circuses. You need a circus. People are tired of the COVID circus. They're done with it. They are done. But fear...
JFK was the guy who was shot.
Yeah. Fear is the most powerful political tool that exists in the politician's toolkit. It is the most powerful. And how do you make someone afraid? Well, you can make them afraid with a virus, the virus. You can do that, but they're tired of it now. They're done.
War is going to make inflation and energy prices go higher, so that's not a good idea.
No, but then you get the war economy. It can create a false perception that the economy is doing better than it really is. Right?
We have that now.
I know, but...
And inflation would make it worse.
It's a legitimate strategy to try and make people think that the economy is doing better than it really is. Well, let's pull the chat, as was asked by Mana.
I don't think war's coming now.
Shy.
You have a better chance of a civil war than you have of an international war.
No, get out of here, Tim.
Fuck you.
Here you go, guys. I don't know. I don't think it will be like it's not gonna be full on World War III. I think it'll be a localized war on the Russian-Ukrainian border. That's my personal prediction. Now, I'm often wrong. But looking at it from a psychological perspective, I'm trying to figure out, like, well, what's Biden... Because he has to do something to maintain his legitimacy. And I'm not even saying he wants to necessarily run for another term, because even he said he doesn't necessarily know if he wants to, and it would be a bad idea for him to. But for him to even maintain his current legitimacy for another 3 years, war would be the way that I would do it if I was a dictatorial piece of shit. I don't know.
You know who I would like to see fall out of office? Ilhan Omar.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
I can't fucking stand her.
I can't stand her either.
Bitch, you're not
the whole
progressive. You're
squad.
like fucking Islamist, for God's sake.
The whole squad is worthless. I mean, the squad exists, by the way, as a political distraction, to be clear. The Democrat Party will not suffer socialists to exist. Not really. I mean, so much as that they want to create a system of governance wherein they all get to be, the aristocracy, sure. But they don't actually want to deal with socialists whatsoever. They won't suffer them. They're there to placate the far left. They are figureheads. They're puppets. Literal, like, to dance around, go out there and do your dumb little socialist shit and make the commies feel like they're being represented. It's not... And anyone who's a legitimate... Who's a real thinking person who supports communism or socialism understands that what's happening there is a show. And these people do not represent their interests and do not represent, far left politics at all. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's just a very, very strange time.
It is a strange time. Hey, it's almost midnight, dude. Do you want to head out for the evening?
And wrap this up? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we went through what we want to talk to. We only want to talk about CNN, which we barely talked about anyway. We mostly talked about soup.
And sandwiches.
And sandwiches.
The
According
entire
to the poll,
squad is so bad because they're all diversity hires.
they are, again, like I said, they're sort of diversity hires. They're there for the Democrat Party to be able to say, like, look, far leftists, here's your socialists, who are all brown women, by the way.
There is one thing I do like about the progressive movement is, as a white man, it is nice to see that I'm represented in terms of power and competence, which is what every progressive who is not a white man is really represented in the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So progressivism really shows why white men are superior in everything.
All right. Well,
and yes, I said it. Fuck you. I'm not going to give that context. You can all suck a dick.
Well, Spoon said
I
it.
said it and I will stand by it. I'm a white South African, for God's sakes. I can say way more base shit than that.
Oof. Yeah. Again, like I said, I'm reading that book. It's a nightmare. Anywho, the poll does seem to show a slight leaning towards Biden starting a war at 25 votes. It's a small stream. 25 votes, 56% say yes, 44% say no. That doesn't seem definitive to me. That's too close. It's too close for comfort. I think that people have mixed opinions on that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens, guys. Well, we'll be around. Anyway, thanks for showing up to this impromptu, this little fun stream, where we were supposed to just talk about CNN, but talked about all kinds of dumb shit.
Sandwiches, yeah.
Thank you guys so much for showing up. Take care, lads. All right.